Welcome back, Meat Militia. For Labor Day weekend, and you've seen enough of my videos by now that you know that I love cooking with sous vide, I love cooking on the Blackstone, but when it comes to Labor Day, for me, it's all about charcoal. So today, we're gonna have a sausage party, cooking up some brats, some jalapeno brats, and some hot dogs. So fall in, it's time to cook. All right, for the roll call, what we have here today, we're gonna do some traditional beer brats with sauerkraut. We've got some all beef franks that we're gonna cook up on the Weber kettle and do these Chicago style. I have some jalapeno brats that we're gonna cook up Sonoran style, so I'm gonna wrap those in bacon. The brats I'll boil in beer and then finish off over the charcoal. So let's go ahead and prep the jalapeno brats. That's gonna take a little bit of time, and then we'll go from there. Now all I'm gonna do, quite simply, and I do like to start on the meat side of the bacon rather than the fat side of the bacon. I'm gonna wrap these pretty tight. It's gonna take more than one piece of bacon, but that's okay. I've got a full pound of bacon and I only have to get through 6 of these jalapeno brats. And if you wrap it nice and tight like this, where there's plenty of overlap, then you don't need a toothpick. All right, so for the hot dogs, what we're gonna do, where I live, there's a pretty famous hot dog place called J-Dog's. They grill all of their hot dogs. They don't really do a Chicago style, but they do a great job of dressing them up, and I like the way the dog itself, the way they cook the dog. And really, what they do is they just score the hot dog across the top in an X pattern. Does a couple of things. Number one, it increases the surface area when you're on the grill, and it gives you more of those, because this is gonna open up almost like a flower and give you more of that crispy edge, but then that edge is really good at holding all of the condiments. So the mustard, the relish, and remember, we're gonna do these up Chicago style. All right, for the brats, I like to boil them in beer. These are gonna be the regular brats, not the bacon wrap brats. So let's put those in. What do we got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 brats. Any beer will do. The more flavorful, the better. Heineken certainly has some punch to it. That's what was in the fridge, so we're gonna boil these in Heineken. But use what you have. And then I'm gonna throw in just a couple of chunks of onion. A little bit of black pepper. There's two schools of thought in the brat community. Do you boil first and then grill, or do you grill first and then boil? I'm gonna boil these first. I think it makes a better snap on the brat. I'm gonna reserve some of that beer liquid from the boiling, and I'll add that to the sauerkraut as I cook that up as well. As you see, it doesn't quite cover it. I'll just cover this now with water, put the lid on it, bring it up to a boil, let these go for about 10 minutes. You saw me do the prep. We've got a lot of people coming over today, and so I'm gonna do these sausages in batches. I know that it's gonna take the most amount of time to render the bacon on these jalapeno brats. I am gonna cook these indirect. I've got the slow and sear going. I filled the basket, I only lit one side. That's gonna give me about 250 to 325 maybe in heat on indirect. I'm gonna set these in here, let the bacon cook down. The neat thing about this is as that bacon cooks, it's gonna shrink. It's gonna tighten up, and it's just gonna add to the snap of those jalapeno brats. All the vents are wide open. We'll pull that little bit of smoke across the meat. We'll come back and check on these in about 20 minutes. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Let's take a look and see if we need to turn or flip these. Oh yeah, they're coming along nice. All right, so the brats are done boiling. I've already flipped the bacon brats. So I'm gonna get the beer brats on, let them start to brown up. We'll go ahead and just put these right back here. Now they're cooked. So all we need them to do is turn golden brown just like those other ones. Again, indirect heat. You don't want to put your brats right on the fire. They're going to spit and pop and spray all over the place, and the skin then isn't going to give you that snap that you want from a good brat. So we'll just set them in here like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That should be everything. Yep. Told you we're gonna save that. We'll cover that up. Come back in about a half hour, 40 minutes, and flip them. Filming. All right, let's see how we did. Oh yeah. These are looking good. Now, as you can tell, I've already flipped and rotated the brats and the Sonorans. I'm gonna pull the jalapeno brats now. Those look about as spot on as I could hope for. The bacon's fully crispy and rendered. Looking really, really good. The brats also looking good. I'm gonna move those back away from the heat. And what I'm gonna do is just double stack these so I can get a little bit more room. Like that there. And then I'm gonna go ahead, just like this, lay in our J-Dogs cut side up. You know, my favorite, a little Kinder the Blend. I know a lot of people don't season their hot dogs. This This has a really good kind of garlic, mostly garlic forward flavor and a little bit of black pepper. And for that Chicago style dog, I think a little extra garlic's gonna go good. And as those cuts open up, that garlic's gonna penetrate. Just add a little extra layer of flavor. All right, let's see how we did. Oh yeah, these are coming along nice. See what I was saying about the slits as that opens up, the garlic powder drops down in. That looks really, really good. The next time you see me, I'm gonna be at the table putting these together. All right, we've done it. 3 different kinds of sausage for today's sausage party. We've got the J-Dog style Chicago hot dog, a Sonora style jalapeno bratwurst, and a traditional beer brat. I'm gonna just do a taste from left to right, let you know what I think. I've got the rest of the family waiting outside to eat. You saw the spread, so let's see how we did. First, the Chicago dog. One of my all-time favorites. The tomato, I couldn't find neon relish where I live, so we used a little bit of Famous Dave's relish in there instead. Still have the mustard, still have the onion, still have the dill wedge. Put a little bit of celery salt and pepper. Can definitely pick up the garlic salt or the garlic powder note on that. Let's go ahead and try the jalapeno. Now what we did here, the bacon wrapped jalapeno brat, we put coleslaw on top and then I garnished it with jalapenos and onions finely diced just to give us that last little bit of kick. Let's see how we did. That might be my new favorite. The bacon, off the charts. Picking up the jalapeno both in the brat and then the fresh jalapeno on top. And the slaw cools everything down. Absolutely fantastic. If you can find jalapeno brats in your grocery store at your butcher, definitely try this one. And now, the one that I grew up with. Beer brat, boiled first, grilled off, put some sauerkraut and yellow mustard. It doesn't get any more basic or any more perfect. Let's see how we did. Tastes like home. Absolutely tastes like home. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We put a little bit of work into this one. I hope you can tell. We've got the full spread with people waiting outside, ready to come in and eat. Please, I hope that you had a great Labor Day weekend with your families. Get outside and cook. Please, if you like what you saw, like, share, subscribe. Do all the things that YouTube asks you to do to support the channel. We're not monetizing this. We're having a good time and sharing our meals with one another. Until next time, God bless.